The most recent auto shows had no shortage of model debuts and product unveilings from Japanese manufacturers. So today, we'd like to briefly review all newcomers, share their main specifications, rumored production dates, and estimated prices. Let's get started. A Spark Owl Roadster. Do you remember the bonkers Japanese hypercar that has been breaking EV records one after the other? Well, now the brand has announced its open-top version with a very limited production run of just 20 copies. Just like its coupe predecessors, the Owl Roadster is based on the carbon fiber monocoque chassis. It hosts a 69 kilowatt-hour battery, 4 electric motors, and double wishbone suspension with a ride height adjustment. The setup is managed by all-wheel drive with torque vectoring and reaches 1,953 horsepower and over 1,416 pound-feet of torque. With a weight of 4,188 pounds, the Roadster needs just 1.78 seconds to hit 62 miles per hour, while the top speed is clocked at 256 miles per hour. To ensure proper grip and stopping power, 20-inch wheels with Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R tires and carbon ceramic brakes are used. Toyota GR, GT, GR GT3, and Lexus LFA. After watching the latest Toyota unveiling, it's fair to say that 2026 will be the most exciting year for fans of Japanese performance cars, as it seems that Toyota's getting back into the sports car game. On the show floor, there was not one, not two, but 3 new models. Let's briefly review them all. Toyota GR GT is the upcoming halo car scheduled for late 2026 to early 2027. A true eye candy sits low to the ground, sports a long hood and an aggressive rear with a ducktail spoiler, sitting above a horizontal light bar that seamlessly merges with taillights. To make the most of the hybrid powertrain, the car has been put on a diet by extensively using aluminum and carbon fiber reinforced elements. Speaking of the powertrain, the twin turbocharged V8 will be aided by an E-motor to reach 641 horsepower and 626 pound-feet. The power is to be channeled through an 8-speed automatic and sent exclusively to the rear wheels. Despite the car's sporty nature, the company execs promise a double wishbone suspension that can perform well in daily driving conditions. However, when needed, Brembo carbon ceramic brakes and Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires are there to let it shine on the track. GR GT3 is the race car version of the newcomer. It will benefit from an aluminum space frame chassis and a more complex aerodynamic setup with an oversized rear wing. For performance, it will rely on a 4.0-liter V8 twin turbo. Finally, the last vehicle to hit the road is the 2029 Lexus LFA. The representative of the brand's luxury subdivision completely ditches the internal combustion engine and goes off to the races on electric power alone. Set to compete with the likes of Porsche Taycan, the LFA boasts a much sleeker exterior and a futuristic cabin with a yoke steering wheel, a digital cockpit, and a mysterious Performance F mode. At this time, all performance specifications remain under wraps.
Lexus ES. For 2026, the Japanese giant presented a more refined version of their entry-level luxury sedan. This midsize follows the new clean, tech, elegance concept with a spindle body, a lowered stance, sharper hood lines, twin L signature lights, and an athletic rear with a single light bar. The all-new powertrain choices include a self-charging hybrid with a 247 horsepower, 2.5-liter inline 4-cylinder, and 2 battery electric options. The FWD version gets a 224 horsepower motor, while the AWD one gets boosted to 343 horsepower. The luxury features in the rather spacious cabin include reclining rear seats, an ottoman leg support, a Mark Levinson surround sound, high insulation glass, and a 14-inch touchscreen display.
Honda NSX Tribute by Idle Design. Despite no longer being in production, the Honda NSX is one of the most influential vehicles in the brand's history. So the Japanese giant joined forces with Idle Designs to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the moniker. Unveiled at the latest Tokyo Motor Show, the NSX Tribute is the feature model that reinterprets the most iconic design cues of this sport coupe on the outside and joins it with an innovative driver-focused interior. It has a double cockpit that most 90s icons could only envy. Although only existing as a digital copy, Honda and Idle Design promised to produce NSX Tribute in a very limited run with a rumored internal combustion engine. Honda Prelude. After being absent for almost a quarter of a century, Honda's compact sport coupe is making a comeback. This year, the 6th generation Prelude will fill the now vacant spot of the discontinued Civic Coupe. Based on the 11th generation Civic, the newcomer adopts the efficient e-HEV powertrain with the first ever S Plus shift system for simulating manual transmission behavior. This hybrid setup consists of a 2.0-liter Atkinson cycle unit and 2 electric motors, pushing out 181 horsepower and 232 pound-feet. Despite slightly upsetting performance-hungry drivers, the new Prelude gets some Type R goodies, namely adaptive dampers and a dual-axis strut front suspension. Unlike its predecessor, the newcomer adopts a more aerodynamic silhouette with flowing body lines, flared wheel arches, a double-bubble roof panel, a smart front, and a full-width light bar at the rear. The car stands on 19-inch multi-spoke wheels through which blue Brembo brake calipers are visible. The minimalist interior layout has a sporty vibe with lots of physical buttons, a 10.2-inch digital instrument cluster, and seats with firm bolsters. Subaru WRX STI Sport Prototype. While for many, modern-day Subaru is associated with crossovers, family SUVs, and electric vehicles, true admirers of the brand remember this manufacturer as an active participant in the performance car scene. At the latest Tokyo Auto Salon, the company played with feelings of nostalgic drivers all over the world. There, a slightly spicier version of the WRX S4 STI was presented. The most notable upgrade for this four-door is the 6-speed manual transmission. With a 2.4-liter turbocharged flat 4 you're getting 270 horsepower and 285 pound-feet of torque. The engineers mainly address the sharpness of the steering rather than boosting the power output. Here you'll find upgraded Brembo brakes, adaptive dampers, and a limited slip differential. Finally, the interior gets the Recaro seats with a good side support and an ultra-suede trim. Honda Civic Type R Ultimate Edition. Despite the 28-year-long history, the revised European emission standards are forcing Civic Type R out of the continent. To arrange a proper farewell party for this iconic hot hatchback, Honda announced the 40-unit Ultimate Edition variant. The model retains the 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with a 320 horsepower yield and a torque parameter of 309 pound-feet. What is different, though, is a series of cosmetic changes that include a championship white paint job with red decals on the hood, carbon fiber inserts, and a celebratory gift box. The interior is fitted with additional illumination, celebratory livery, carbon elements, and bespoke floor mats. Nissan Z Fairlady. Ever since its release several years ago, Nissan has been sparking the sales of its 7th generation sport coupe with minor changes and special additions. Based on the company's stand at this year's Tokyo Auto Salon, we can expect a Nissan Z facelift in the next year or two. The show floor had the Japanese market version of the 2027 Nissan Z Fairlady. The most noticeable change, compared to the predecessor, is the revised front, where the rectangular grille is replaced with a 2-piece unit. The rear is now more streamlined after losing the lip spoiler. The wheels are upgraded to 19-inch ones, while the body gets new green paint decorated with polished chrome bits. Besides the introduction of a manual transmission, the technical upgrades are still under wraps, while the dual-tone interior shows little to no improvement. Nissan Aurora Nismo RS. Hatchback body style, especially its hot hatchback subclass, is slowly becoming a thing of the past as more drivers are eyeing crossovers as the next family vehicle. Hopefully, the latest Nissan concept from the Tokyo Auto Salon could reignite the interest in hot hatches. The Aurora Nismo RS embodies a blend of a lightweight chassis and the brand's newest e-Power hybrid system. Putting to use years of Japanese motorsport expertise, this hatchback gets an extreme aerodynamics overhaul, a wide body layout, an independent front strut suspension, and 18-inch wheels with Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires. The hybrid system utilizes a duo of electric motors, the power to which is generated by a 1.5-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. The front e-motor peaks at 200 horsepower and 243 pound-feet, while the rear adds 134 horsepower and 143 pound-feet to the mix.
Toyota GR86 Yuzu Edition. It may be painful to hear for all Toyota fans, but the GR86 is losing the sales race in the sports coupe segment. This fact might have been prompted by the Japanese to play the nostalgia card and release the GR86 Yuzu Edition. This compact coupe pays tribute to the now legendary Scion FRS. The newcomer inherits the color scheme common to Japanese performance cars of the 2000s. The 860-unit Special Edition also adopts a wide range of premium goodies, namely Brembo brakes, Sachs dampers, the Toyota Performance Package, and attention-grabbing custom wheels. Under the hood, it hides the familiar 2.4-liter four-cylinder boxer that pushes out 228 horsepower and 184 pound-feet.
Thanks for staying till the very end. This is the first part of our mini-series on the topic, so if you'd like us to release the second part of the lineup as soon as possible, make your voice heard in the comments below. Have a good one, and may the torque be with you.